welcome back everyone. I am Josh Beiser from GameWisdom.com, and we are once again streaming The Darkest Dungeon. I did this Saturday night and we had a problem with the game and the streaming software not properly displaying things, so people could only see the left hand side of the screen while I could see things perfectly, and that kind of made it hard to discuss things because I was pointing stuff out and I realized no one could see what I was doing. But over the last few days, I spoke with a developer. He gave me a fix for it by typing in -capture into the Steam properties, and now it looks like the stream is working. So we're going to play some Darkest Dungeon, and we're going to consider this, I guess, a take two. But you can still watch Saturday night's stream. It was a really great one, just with how crazy the game can get. I'm going to start a new game tonight so we can walk through everything and you can see what is going on. And this will probably not be the last I play The Darkest Dungeon. It is definitely one of my favorite games so far of the year. I hope to keep streaming it, and maybe we'll show a successful run at some point. But let's get going now. One second. Okay. My Josh run is going really well at the moment. It's probably the furthest I've gotten, but we're going to start a new one just for you guys. And I'm going to shuffle and you guys watch.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
I love that opening. It just sets the mood so perfectly. Alright, here we are once again. This is the opening of The Darkest Dungeon. For right now, in this current early access version, the opening basically plays out pretty much the same way. You're always going to have the Highwayman and the Crusader on your team. But this time you can actually see all the UI. So, up here is the Torchmere, now that you can see it properly. This will play a more important role once we get into the first dungeon. Down here is the map. This shows you all the rooms in the dungeon or whatever quest we're doing, and each quest features a procedurally generated dungeon. But since this is the tutorial, it's really only one room. Down here is your equipment, along with your attributes. Now, as you can see, the damage is yellow, which means that it's getting a boost from something. We can take a look. here it is. He has the quirk known as Warrior of Light, so when the light rating up here is above 75, he gets 10% more damage, which is a really great perk, especially for the early game when you are going to keep the light as lit as possible. But unfortunately, he also has Kleptomania and God-Fearing. This Kleptomania means that he will take items and he may just take them for himself and you won't get them, which is one of the reasons why I like to toss this guy out once we get back into town. Now our Highwayman has stun resist and he's quicker, but he's a known cheat, which means that he won't be allowed to gamble. But in the wide possibility of bad quirks, this isn't so bad. Okay, so let's get moving. Now between each room there's always going to be 4 squares. You can see that on the map here. And these 4 blips are essentially possible events. Yeah, we can skip that.
The hamlet is just ahead.
So we're going to move forward. And we're going to be attacked. There we go.
Dispatch this thug in brutal
Now the
fashion.
black number that just
All may
appeared over
hear
my
no
Highwayman's head meant that he just got stressed a little bit. You can see it down here where it says 13 of 100. Stress builds as you go through the dungeons, and when it hits 100, the character will have a breaking point. Either they will rise up and gain a positive trait, or they'll go nuts and they'll get a very bad negative trait. And we'll probably see that tonight. So combat is turn-based, and it's focused on positioning. You can see down here, these are the 4 skills the Highwayman has. Each one has a different position that the Highwayman has to be in to use it, and where he can target the enemy. If you look at where it says Open Vein 1, the yellow dots represent where the Highwayman must be in your party to use it, and the red dots are where he can target. Now the pistol shot, as you can see, it's grayed out, because even though he is in a position to use it, there are no enemies in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position. While this can be used, and so can this. So we're going to attack and see what happens. Alright, pretty nice hit there, and now the enemy is bleeding. Alright, now we of course took damage. Now our Crusader is a lot beefier. You can see he has more health and he has more damage. And he's generally a front row fighter. You can see all 4 of his skills here. Now this is his defense skill. It will raise the torch level and give him 20% more protection. Which down here, this will increase how much defense he has and lets him mitigate more damage. But generally speaking, it's good to focus down enemies, because a dead enemy is one that obviously can't hurt you. So let's take him out. Hopefully, at least. Because you can see down there under the enemy stats, I have a 70% chance to hit, 5% chance of critical, and I will do between 6 and 13 points of damage. Yep, and he is dead.
Give them no quarter.
Okay, there's our reward, 100 gold. Here's a little event, we'll just use that. Yeah, more gold.
Unchecked. There is much to be found.
Okay, now if you look up here, the light just went from the highest rating to the 2nd highest dim light. It shows that now there's a greater chance I'll gain stress while moving around, and my chance of scouting and surprising enemies has declined. Now when this gets really low, enemies will have higher accuracy and damage, but I'll be able to get more loot from them and have a higher chance to critically hit them. But let's go into the final battle for the tutorial.
An ambush. Send these vermin a message.
Now, good news was they got surprised, which means they lose a turn.
No longer welcome.
Now, when fighting these enemies, this guy is definitely the tank. He's got super high health compared to his friend back here. So generally, I want to take the friend out first, because I can do that a lot quicker compared to this guy with his 35 health. This is where the Highwayman's ability to shoot comes in handy. Now, if you look down there where it shows the stats for the attack, it has a damage mod of negative 25%. A lot of skills, especially ranged ones, will do less damage than a standard attack. This is sort of to balance them out so that your ranged skills are going to be more powerful than your close range. But it's going to be useful here because we just want to take this guy out as quickly as possible. Alright. Now what I want to do now is I'm going to stun this guy, or at least attempt to. You can see he has a 50% chance to resist a stun. But stunning him will basically prevent him from doing his next turn. Alright, he is stunned. Oh, now he's going to fire. Oop, and we got a lucky break. A lot of what makes the Darkest Dungeon so interesting and also frustrating for people is that the RNG is completely all over the place. Sometimes that guy could have just gotten a massive critical hit, and I've seen streamers who die during the tutorial fight. Okay, so let's try to take him out now. Nice, critical hit. And whenever you get a critical hit, you can see those white numbers. That means that we lost stress, which is very nice. And some characters have greater chances to critical or can reduce stress on their own. So now, while this guy is still stunned, I think I'm just going to smack him with my big sword. Alright, and now the stun wears off, and we're now in round 3. I want to try to get this guy to bleed. Nope, he resisted that, and now it's his turn. Oop. And that attack pushed the Crusader into the second position. Now the good thing is that his skills are all based around being in the first or second spot, so I can attack pretty much like nothing changed. But if this was my full group, if he got pushed to position 3 or 4, my Crusader would be practically useless. So let's see, I want to keep stunning him, or at least try to keep him as stunned as possible. And taking enemies out of combat like this is very important for when you get to the later levels. Okay. Now that should finish him with the bleed damage. But we should just take him out there.
The bigger the beast, the greater the glory.
And these are our items that we've got. These are heirlooms, which we'll talk about next. Bandage for healing, gold, and another heirloom. And the mission's complete. Okay, now this is another treasure chest, but it's trapped. Now if we try to use this, it's going to 100% cause us damage. And a lot of the events in this game are designed around that unless you have an item to mitigate it. But because this is a tutorial, there isn't any items we have, so we're just going to skip it. Alright, here are our rewards. Now these guys are going to get experience. Okay, every time you complete a quest, there's a chance that your characters will gain new quirks, either positive, negative, or both. From what people have been saying, the chance is greater with the more stress they have, but I can't confirm that either way. More importantly, completing a quest gets them resolve experience, which lets them level up. Now as you can see, hitting the first level can be done after one quest, but I'm going to need to do several more quests to be able to get up to level, to get the 8 points needed to get to level 2, and that experience cost will of course get higher up as I play. When you level up characters, it increases their basic stats, lets them recover stress a little easier, and it makes it easier to upgrade them in town, which we'll talk about next.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands.
Alright, this is the activity log. These shows all of our quests that are currently in the game. Alright, and here's the town. Let's get these help messages out of here. The town is your base of operations, and it also is a form of progression similar to XCOM. The more you upgrade these buildings, the more you'll be able to make use out of them with your later characters. Okay, graveyard, of course.
Most will end up here.
And you'll use these heirlooms down here to upgrade the buildings. Right. Stagecoach.
Men, soldiers and outlaws.
Now, because this is the first quest, these 4 characters are pretty much predefined, but once we come back in week 2, everything will be completely up to chance. Now with the Stagecoach, as you can see, we can upgrade it this way, And generally the first thing that I like to do is get this to
Great
level
heroes
2
can be
upgrade.
found even here, in the mud and rain.
What this does is now every week that goes by, I will have 4 heroes available. This means that I can easily replenish my troops and make sure that I don't have any real downtime, or I'm forced to take characters who are having problems back into the dungeon. And these other buildings will come into play as we get further into this cast. Yep. And he's complaining, but don't worry, he's going back in. Now with her, she's quicker during the first round, but has less accuracy with range attacks, which is not good because 2 of her 4 skills involve range attacking. Let's see him. Oh good, less critical chance and less damage when things get dark. But he's a lot stronger in melee. That's nice. He has greater chance to crit. Alright, let's go.
A mecca of madness and morbidity. Your work begins.
Alright, this is the estate map, and this is where we'll choose from the various quests. As you can see, there's 5 areas. In this version of the game, I believe that these 3 are going to be the ones we'll be playing with, while these 2 will come later. Now, if you look above them here, you can see these are the rewards that you'll generally find by completing quests. And this is very important because this will allow you to sort of grind out lower level quests to get the items that you need. So, over here is the only quest we have available. We need to complete 100% of the room battles. This shows the level of the quests. What happens is that you cannot go on quests, I believe, that are 2 levels below what the character level is. So when this guy gets to level 3, he'll refuse to go on level 1 quests. Short shows that we're not going to involve camping, which we'll probably show later on. Okay, let's get our guys into position. And if you look over here, this is a little handy reference to show you where this character fits best and what his targets are best at. Okay. Now as you can see, this character is a little tricky. If I put her in the 3rd position, she'll be able to attack with her club, but she won't be able to use her 2 spells. So I'm going to put her into position 3. Or actually, scratch it. I'm going to put her into position 4 and put him into position 3 since he has a greater chance of critting with his melee attack.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
Alright, this is the provision screen, and this is the last thing we see before we go into the dungeon. These are emergency items that we can take, and these items will not stay with us when we exit. So it's important to try to take what you need, but at the same time be prepared. So for these short quests, I like to take at least maybe 8 to 10 food, 6 torches, and I always like to carry a skeleton key and a shovel. Now that costs a lot of money, as you can see, but it's going to be worth it to hopefully keep our guys alive. The rest of these items can be used for events and can be also used possibly during combat, but at this point you're going to start spending a lot of gold, and I'm not going to risk it, at least at this early stage of the game. So let's go.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
Alright, here we are in the first quest of our play. As you can see, this dungeon is a lot bigger than our last one. Now, we can escape at any time, but it will cost us some stress damage. This is generally important if you have no hope of winning and you want to preserve your 4 heroes. So, let's go into the first area. Alright, here's our first little event. It's a locked display cabinet. Now I can try opening it with one of my characters, but there's a chance that it is booby trapped. but I can guarantee a success by using this skeleton key. And there you go, got a lot of gold and a lot of crests. Now if you look again, these 4 blips between rooms are where possible events can happen. You'll see them sort of light up if we get a scout. Oop, here's our first fight. Okay. Ooh, lots of damage to her. Okay. Now skeletons have a high bleed resist, so his knife is not going to do much here. So what I want to do is try to take these 2 guys out quickly because they only have 8 health. Okay. Ooh, miss. I'm gonna try and stun these 2 in the back. There we go. That will keep them from attacking next round. Alright. Not too bad there. Now, because he's the Crusader, he gets plus 15% more damage to unholy enemies, or these guys here. So there's a good chance we can take this guy out in 1 hit. There we go.
Executed with impunity.
Okay, round 2. Okay, these 2 guys are still stunned. So, I'm going to see if we can take this guy out now.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, now they're going to recover. And we're going to try and take them out. Even though these guys will resist the bleed, it will still do damage. Okay. There, her attack healed. Now it's his turn. We'll try to take this last archer out. There we go.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope
Our stress levels are
blossoms.
pretty nice so far, but we have to be careful. Okay. Nice damage there. Oh, almost dead. And hopefully this will finish. There we go.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
More goodies. And as I said earlier, when this gets really low, I'll be able to get more rewards from fighting these guys, but at the risk of them doing more damage. So let's move forward here. Oh, nothing. Okay. Generally for these early stages, I want to keep the torch at Radiant late level so that I can have a greater chance at surprising the enemies. Okay, nothing in here. Now as you can see, we have 5 possible rooms. We're going to go for this one down here because we have to make sure that it's not a battle. Okay, stress builds up naturally. Okay, another little fight here. No archers this time, which is nice. Okay, let's try and... She'll recover a little bit of health. There we go. Okay, he's got 4. Now this Grape Shot Blast, as you can see by the 3 connected lines, means that it's going to attack the first, second, and third, but it does half less damage than my normal attack. So let's see. This guy only has 4 points of health left, so if I can get a 4 or 5, it will kill him while doing damage to his buddies. But it's kind of hard to predict that. But let's take the chance. Nice. Okay, let's finish him off, hopefully. And we may get a complete round. Oh, never mind. Now it's his turn. Oh, nice. Now the turn orders are random on each round, but your speed down here sort of gives priority. So as you can see, this guy is very fast, so he'll have a greater chance of being first to attack. Nice.
These nightmarish
Deeds
creatures
again, very
can be
important.
felled. They can be beaten.
Right, another lock. thing. Oh, he's a klepto, so he's going to try to open that by himself. Oop. And he's been poisoned because of it. Now, I didn't tell him to open that. That's because of his kleptomania. Now, if he did open that and it was fine, he may have just taken those items for himself. Which is, again, a bad thing, especially in these early stages when items are so important. Alright, nothing here. We're going to go back the way we came. Now, you can also walk backwards, but it will raise stress levels. So it's generally good to go to the next room and then turn around there. Now, as you can see, we've hit a hunger event. So now we need to eat food or suffer damage and stress. So let's eat. And this is why you want to take at least 8 pieces of food for the shorter dungeons, more for the later ones, because each time you eat, everyone's going to take 1 piece of food. Okay, let's see what we... Oop, a trap. How bad? Ooh.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Alright, a bookshelf. Generally, this is one thing, so books can be very bad. They can cause stress or maybe inflict something. So, I think we're just going to skip that for right now. Keep the light up. Alright, and these guys have been surprised. Okay. Again, surprise means that they will miss this first turn of combat, which is really great. So, okay. Since this is the first turn, let's try to take these guys out as quickly as possible. Okay. Now this attack doesn't do a lot of damage, but it can cause blight or poison. Okay. And we will finish him off, hopefully. Part of the challenge of the game is dealing with back row enemies who are generally going to attack from afar, do stress damage, and certain characters have means to pull enemies up and around. Now, since these guys are human, as you can see, they don't have a lot of resist to bleed, so it'll be good to try to get some damage on them like that. Oh, he resisted. Okay, now they're going to be free to attack. Oop. And that may bleed. Oh, yeah, we're bled. Oh, we missed that, thankfully. Alright. Now, let's see. He's got 4. We can do... Okay, I'm going to see if we can get him out and take out some of his buddies. Nice. Even though he only has 1 health left, next round he is going to get hit.
Quickly the tide turns.
Alright. Now, we just got a critical hit, and that caused us to gain stress. So now we want to finish this guy off, hopefully. And now to work with the Acolyte. Okay. Nice. Mega crit. Restored health and lowered stress. Now this guy will die during his next round. There we go.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Alright, heirloom chest. Now I should be able to open this relatively safely, but if I had one of my skeleton keys, I could use it here and get more goodies out of it. Oh no, it's trapped. And she was blighted. Oh, well, you win some, you lose some. Okay, let's move on. She'll take a few more points of damage. Man, she is not doing well back there.
Curious is the trap maker's art.
Let's raise this up. Another bookshelf. I don't want to risk that again. Okay. We should have maybe 1-2 more battles. Okay. Scaling just took place. There's a chance whenever you enter a room that it will be scouted, and this will let you see what's coming up ahead. So if you look on the map right here, these 2 icons here are events. This little rebel means a combat, and this means that this next one will be the battle. Or for us, it will be the last one for this quest. Okay, another event here, an urn. We could try it, but again, generally not good. But these always are, and he knows it, so he's going to try and take it.
Wealth
Oh,
beyond
nice stuff,
measure,
but guess what? He's going to keep all
awarded
that
to
for
the
himself.
brave
That's
and the
SOB.
foolhardy alike.
Okay, it's relatively safe again. Let's eat. And we'll use our torches. Yep. Okay. And let's get this up to full. Okay, final battle for this quest. Oops, spiders this time. Ooh. Okay, he's been marked, which means that enemies will focus on him, and some attacks will do increased damage. We also have a class who can do that, which hopefully we'll be able to show you tonight. Not good. Okay, that may poison, yep. Yeah, there's that spit. Okay, it's his turn. We need to take some of these guys out. Okay, one down. Uh-oh. Our Crusader is now at death's door. This is what happens when a character hits 0 points. He has reduced stats, and the next point of damage could kill him. Now hopefully we can get our Vestal to heal him up, but first we gotta take these guys out.
Be gone, fiend.
Oh no. And our Crusader died. Well, you win some, you lose some. You know, we could run away, but this is a generally easy fight. We just got unlucky with those crits. Like that one right there.
Terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Okay, let's take these guys down. And that should do it. Okay, more goodies.
So too will resistance.
Okay, now here's another event. We could open this up, sarcophagus.
Packs laden with loot.
Let's see.
Often low on
Nope,
supplies.
that didn't do anything. And I don't think this does anything either. Okay, so let's try opening it and see what happens. Yay, good stuff. Alright, and now we could go down here, fight another battle, but it really doesn't make sense to do that. So let's get the hell out of here.
More bones return to rest. Devils remanded to their abyss.
Okay. Okay, now these guys have some traits. Let's see what we got. Okay, he's a stress eater. Oh, he's anemic, but he does more damage and more accurate to humans. And she is compulsive. Okay.
Once, our estate was the envy of this land.
Alright, so for week 2, the 2 of the 3 stress-reducing buildings have been unlocked. We have the Abbey and the Tavern.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight.
Different characters will work better in
faithful.
different places, and different events can happen to them when they're resting. Now for these low-level guys, it's not really worth it to rest them yet. Now we can upgrade the buildings here, and this will let them recover more stress, and at the higher levels, it'll open it up so we can do more than one character into each section.
Fresh kegs, cards, and curtains.
Now if you look here, he can go to the bar, but he can't go to the gambling hall because he's, as we can see here, he is a known cheat. Okay, but let's see our fresh recruits. Ooh.
He will be laughing still at the end.
Alright, this guy doesn't seem too bad, but having reduced crit chance when your character is mainly range isn't that good. But since we are at the point where we can't really be picky, let's take him.
Battlefield. What better laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield?
Okay. I think with that, there's not much more we can do here, at least until we unlock a few more. So let's get back into the dungeon. And you can see a lot more quests have opened up. Oh, and this one has a trinket for the Plague Doctor. The trinkets are basically the equipable items. Now this one, as you can see, gives him +5 accuracy, but will lower his health. So it's great for a back row Plague Doctor, but not one that's going to be trying to do melee damage. Now you can see this is also a medium quest, so there will be camping involved. Let's see what the other quests have. Okay, let's see what we have here. Alright. The Jester is a really great class because of his ability to buff the party up and do some decent damage. If you get the right skills on him, you can do a lot with him during one turn. Bounty Hunter is really great as well. He can do increased damage to enemies that are tagged or marked or stunned. But this one doesn't have those skills. We'll be able to unlock them or find other characters who have them already unlocked later on. Okay, but again, since this is our first party, we really can't be super picky. So this is kind of the trick at the early game, trying to figure out where to put our guys in. I really want to take the Jester. Okay, this is definitely not the most optimal party. As you can see, he won't be able to use his guns in the first position, but I need to keep the Jester in the second and third spot in order to make most of his skills here. Since this is not the best party, I think I better be safe and do a short quest. Away we go.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
Okay, for this quest we just need to explore the rooms, so we want to try to avoid combat if possible. Okay, some goodies there. Books again, generally want to avoid them. Hopefully there won't be a fight here. Oh, yeah, there is. Ugh, not good. Okay, let's see if we can take some of these guys out. Nice.
Fiend. A singular strike.
Okay. Okay. The Jester is pretty good here. So, we're gonna see if he can do some damage back here. Nice.
A powerful blow.
Okay, he's bleeding a little bit. Oh, miss. Okay, gotta take him out.
Confidence
Again, another
surges
nice
as the
critical.
enemy crumbles.
Okay, that may send him back. Yep, there we go. And it's his turn. Oof,
Death
another crit.
waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
Can't hit that guy. Now, one thing about the Jester is he has the highest movement out of all the classes, so I can easily move him back to his second position, or I can leave him back here and do a nice little buff on my party.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Well struck.
Okay, this time I want to heal, get a little bit of health back. Oop, he's been pushed. And we can do this actually again. Get even more.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Okay. First thing I want to do is move everyone back to where they were. There we go. Okay, we'll use the chest, the key this time, and get some more goodies.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in
And we got
blood.
a scout out of it. Okay, so this is a useful scout. As you can see, there's an enemy fight here, but we can avoid that and go this way. Alright, we're going back. No kleptos in our party this time. This purple right here means there's a trap. Oh. And there it is. Okay. Oop, and he didn't disarm it.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
As you can see, things are really dark now, but we're at the stage where we can get bonuses for fighting. But again, at this low level, it's generally not safe, especially with our level 0 and level 1 guy. So let's keep going. Okay, earn. Let's eat. Okay, let's keep going here. Now this is rubble. If we don't use a shovel to clear it, we're going to take some damage. So let's get that out of there. Okay. Alright, because she is... Okay, she did that on her own, and that's because she is compulsive. Alright, we're going to go in here. And I know these rooms are safe because of this icon. This represents an empty room. But now I don't have scaling, so we're going to have to go in blind. Okay, we got to fight. These guys have low health, but they can stun, and it can be very annoying if they get the first attack. Now our Jester has a very high dodge rate, which is really nice.
A trifling
They didn't give us
victory,
anything.
but a victory nonetheless.
Okay, nothing. Alright. As you can see, we have to clear 90% of the rooms. So we know this room has no danger in it. So I want to clear that or go into it just for it to count. Iron Maiden, not exactly the safest thing to go into. Oh, and we got a scout out of it too. Alright, so what does that tell us? Is that there is going to be a fight in that room. But because there is only one other room left to explore, this will guarantee us the victory. Okay, We know these two spots are safe because it's been scouted. Okay, we got an urn. Oh, her compulsive nature's gonna do that. And we got some good stuff out of it. Okay, she's avoiding that. Alright, so this is the last room. Now, a little trick that I found is I can enter here and then escape, and the room will count as explore, and I'll get the victory. This is great for if you have like multiple paths like this. But let's see how bad the room is, and whether or not we'll need to escape from it. Okay, let's see. Alright, these guys are annoying. They'll raise stress up really high. Okay. Not good. Want to get this guy out of the third position because he'll just keep using that attack. Okay. Oh, nice.
Blow.
Alright, he is getting very low, unfortunately. But let's take one of them out. Okay. Let's get the guarantee. And again. Now that our Arbalest is in the front position, he is a lot weaker. He won't be able to do his stronger attack. Okay, Heroic End is a very interesting skill. So you can see it does 33% more damage, but it's going to weaken the Jester in the process. Probably not a good one to use since he's in the second position and low on health. So we'll do Slice Off because that has no damage penalty. He's gonna throw his Goblet. Ooh. Very bad for her. Okay, let's try and take him out. So close. That lower accuracy is really hurting her. Uh-oh, he's got 0.5 health left. He's always going first because he has such a high speed rating. Right, she's getting very dangerously high. Stress, take him out. And he is going. So you can see he just got the debuff from Heroic End. More goodies. And the mission is complete. Okay, let's see what's in the next area. Okay, there's literally nothing, so we have no reason to go there. Alright. Who's going to be the lucky one to open this? Both of these characters aren't really the best, so let's let her open it. Okay, and mission accomplished.
The great ruins belong to us, and we will find whatever secrets they hold.
As you can see, lots of crests, because that's what this quest was focusing on, this area. Okay. He is now stout, which means he gets more health in camp. He gets more speed above that. Less health, but does more damage. It does look like the more stress you have, the greater the chance of getting negative quirks. Okay, and these guys have now been promoted. Oh, they're still level 1, but that is good enough for here.
The poor caretaker. I fear his long-standing duties here have affected him.
Alright. Another decent one, except for the fact that he thinks he's possessed by demons. But we'll take him. It's always good to have.
The thrill of the hunt. The promise of payment.
Okay, this guy has a chance of knocking enemies back or forward. Pretty nice. Okay. This guy seems to be very much a melee focus. Point blank shot. That would have been really nice to have had on our last match. But the other guys are really useful, at least for what I have in mind. So I think we're just going to let them skip for now. Okay, with week 3, 2 very important buildings are now unlocked, the guild and the blacksmith.
Make no mistake, we will face ever greater threats. Our soldiers must be ready.
Okay, the guild allows me to unlock new skills and upgrade ones that are already available. And again, in the early stages, it can cost a lot of money to do this unless you upgrade the guild over here. So we have, let's see, we got more than enough. So we're going to give it both.
Regimen is
there we go.
paramount if one is to master the brutal arithmetic of combat.
Okay. Okay, as you can see, because we got the 10%, went from 1,000 to 900. And I guess what I'm going to do is similar to the build that I had before. Okay, and you can see they've been upgraded, so it does. This has higher accuracy and higher crit, and this actually gives more buffs to your party. The Jester, when built properly, can be a devastating character like this. Okay, do I want the solo? At this point, I don't want to be spending too much of my money on these low-level characters, but that was just really important. Now, because of I have more than 4 skills, I can turn off one of them, and I'll replace that here. Okay, good. Now, as for my bounty hunter, who did a lot of great work there, I really want to get him. That's up there. This guy's decent. Let's see what he does. Okay, so for him, I want to get him his mark. Until I get an occultist, this is his way of boosting it. So let's get him that. Let's raise Flashbang up, and I think that's good enough for him now. Now moving to the blacksmith, this is another really useful building.
Once again, the forge stands ready to make weapons of war.
Here I can upgrade a character's weapon and armor, which will raise the base values. And again, here I have to spend deeds and crests in order to do that. This is where the second unlock area will come into play, because that's where I'll get a lot of deeds. And this is sort of your first step in making your characters able to stand toe-to-toe with these guys. Now, of course, it's going to cost a lot of money. And this is why you want to say this for the guys you know you're going to use a lot. Okay, so let's get going. As you can see, the second area, the weld, has been unlocked. Grave Robber, we haven't found her yet. Alright, so I really want to do this because I want those deeds so I can unlock some goodies. So, now that my Jester has that, I want to put him here. Okay, I'm not going to need Slice and Dice. I'd rather get Mark for Death. I'll put him there. Still no effective frontliner, fortunately. Hmm. Okay. I guess he will have to do. She looks like she's about ready to crack. So I'm going to take one of my plague doctors, but which one? Hmm. Well, I guess we'll switch him around. Hate to take the Jester out with his stress level so high, but I really haven't gotten some good luck with characters yet. But this should do the trick. Well, actually, I want to do one thing first. Since he's going to be in the front row, it only makes sense to give him his point-blank shot. Okay. There. Not the best, but it will have to do. Okay. Very expensive to go through these places. Although you can also just take a pour with nothing and just see how far you can get in case you're running low. We'll take another few more food just in case. And let's go.
Corruption has soaked the soil, sapping all good life from these groves. Let us burn out this evil.
Alright, and here we go. Okay, we got a grave. Probably not the best thing to open up. Okay. And here we go. Let's see what's in here. Okay, nothing. But we'll get some scouting done, see what's ahead. Okay, the treasure room here means there will be a fight, and since this quest is about completing 100% of the battles, I do have to go there. Okay, we got a trap up here. He'll disarm that for us. Okay. And we're just gonna head over here and fight whatever is there. Okay. We got a beast carcass. Probably not safe to use that, but
Nature herself.
Let's get rid of that thorn. Okay, things are really, really dark now. And again, we gotta get that light back up. And here we go. Ooh, very nasty, these guys. Whew. Dodge one. Okay, this is where we can make use of his point-blank shot. I think we're going to do that.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
And I don't want that either. Okay. We need to stun these two back here quick. Okay, one stun. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to mark. So what that does, it will set this guy up for next round to do, for me to do increased damage. Let's see. He may be able to finish him, or I can boost my team. Let's boost. Ugh. Okay. let's see, we can get something out here. Nice.
Give them no quarter.
Now you're going to see why I tagged that guy, because now I can do 10 to 20 points of damage to him thanks to my collect bounty. So let's hopefully this will finish. There we go.
Surges as the enemy crumbles.
Now he's in the back row, but this is actually better for him. So let's see if we can take him out. Oh, he resisted. Now he'll try and escape. Oh, but we resisted. Now that he's in the back, we'll just do this. And that should finish him if he gets blighted, but he didn't. Now I could spend a turn to move my guys back around, but it really doesn't matter at this point.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Want to get blight? Nope. And we could stun him, or we can just try and finish him. There we go.
This expedition at least promises success.
Okay, party's back in position. Okay, unlock strong box. Nope. Okay. Alright, I really want those deeds because that's the only way I'll be able to improve the blacksmith. Okay, we're gonna go back now. Oh man, he's almost at his breaking point. So we gotta get pretty lucky. And we get some critical hits, which he is best at, that should lower his stress. Okay. We need to eat food. And let's try LP and disarm.
Mechanical hazards possessed by evil intent.
Okay. This is generally safe when you get a new torch. Okay. I want to give him some more food, hopefully boost him up. Okay, there's 2 more spots left, so we know one of these must be a battle. Okay, double pack. Map inside. Okay, so we now know that we have 2 battles left in this quest. Oh, where do these guys come from? Okay, we gotta take them out. Okay, I'm going to do another one.
Devastating blow.
Alright, not too bad. And let's see, can we stun them? No. Okay, let's try and... There we go, nice. As you can see, his stress level went down pretty good there. Okay. Now, since this guy is going to be the target of my Mark Bounty Hunter, I want to focus on this guy. And that may send him backward. Okay. Alright, he is down. Let's get another buff on our team. And now we should be able to easily kill this guy.
As victories mount,
Okay. I think I may leave my Highwayman in the 2nd position, or maybe it'll be better to leave him there just for safety. Yeah, let's move him back. Okay, we still have 2 more fights to go before we win. Hopefully, at least. Okay. Very dangerous ectoplasm. These guys can spawn new enemies. So we want to get them out as quick as possible. Nice.
Fiend. Well struck.
Okay. Since we're going for stress, let's try to raise everyone's critical hit chance. Oh. No. Well, that got lucky at least. Okay. And try and finish him off.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
Okay. One more event there. I don't want to risk it now. But it's time for the final battle for this quest. Okay, let's hope it's an easy one. Again, these guys. Oh, but they were surprised, which is good. We can use that to do a lot of harm. So, let's do some marking. Get that buff going. And let's see. I guess we'll have to take him out, hopefully. Nice.
Destroyed. A singular strike.
Okay, and now we should be able to finish him off. No. One time I wanted to hit, but we can fix that with this grape shot blast. Nice. Okay, let's move him up and see if we can finish this off quickly. He's going to try to escape, which will cause blight damage possibly. Yep. Okay. Okay. Now our highwayman unfortunately is not useful in the fourth spot, so let's move him up. But that doesn't really matter since our jester will finish. Alright, more goodies, and we have the quest complete. Okay. Now who's going to want to open up a ancient coffin? Let's do it with our plague doctor since he's somewhat expendable now. Not bad. And more deeds, which is really useful. Alright, quest is done. Let's get out of here.
Driving out corruption is an endless battle, but one that must be fought.
Nice, lots of crests. Okay, let's see what happens here. Alright, we have a level 2 highwayman. That means I can improve his weapons and skills further, and he'll take less stress damage in dungeons. Now, as I said earlier, once he hits level 3, he won't do level 1 quests, so it'll probably be a good idea not to take him out too much unless I'm going to do something very dangerous. So let's see what's happening with these guys. Early riser, up, and he's lost 5% health. And I think I'm starting to call it that more stress means greater chance for bad perks, or quirks. Let's go back to town.
I remember days when the sun shone and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
Okay, who do we have now? Alright. A lot quicker, but I like my guy right now, so I don't need him. But we do need another frontline guy, so it's good we got some crusaders. Okay, he's afraid of beasts, but he has more health. This guy is obsessed. Not bad. and he can stun. Ah, the leper. Leper is a really interesting character. He's a tank. He has a huge amount of health. Can't dodge. He's mainly a guy who does a lot of damage, but at the cost of less accuracy. You can see his base attack has 65% of his accuracy base, 10% here. In fact, the only attack that does damage and that doesn't have an accuracy penalty huge is Intimidate. But even then will take less damage. So it's kind of a give or take type situation. If you can get his accuracy up, this guy is going to do a hell of a lot of damage, but you're sort of going to be rolling the die. But you know what? We do need some frontline guys, and I think they're going to do it.
Adversity and existence are one and the same.
Okay, this will heal, not bad. Okay, we have a full roster, but I think we can get rid of some of these people now. You know what? Our Vestal, I think we're going to have to say adieu to her. Okay, goodbye. And let me see. He is alright, I suppose. He's got a lot of good perks. And what about this guy? We'll leave him for now, but next turn we may get rid of a few more. I am going to take this Crusader.
A mighty sword arm anchored by holy purpose. A zealous warrior.
And now the Sanitarium is open. This allows me to remove negative quirks that I don't like. So now I could pay and get rid of this 5% max health. So let's see. We need a lot of busts to do this, but we can lower the cost.
Curious methodologies and apparatus can calm even the most tormented soul.
Okay. And we have enough for one. Let's go with weapons.
A sharper sword, a stronger shield, anything to prolong a soldier's life.
Okay. As you can see, it's going to raise his attack value, give him more critical, and it's going to be really nice to have, but it costs 900 a pop. And this is for each and every one of your guys. So this is why you want to get the furnace upgrade. And I think we're going to do that before we start spending. Okay. As for him, let's get rid of that softness. So we'll send him away for a week. Okay. Let's see, anything else that we should upgrade? Or if we can upgrade. No, we can't do that. Okay. I probably should have used gotten this second level just to save 10% more money, but too late now. Let's see, was there another Jester? Nah, I think we're just gonna have to go with this. That looks pretty nice. Plus 20% chance to bleed skills, which if I was building a Jester who's going to stay in the second and first position, this would be really great for him. But it's not where I'm using my Jester at, so I'm not really dying to have this. Okay. Okay, let's go. Since this is a longer map, it means we're going to be able to camp. So it's probably going to be a good idea to take someone like this. Okay, we're not going to need that. Okay, since this guy is level 1 now, I think I should get him some better skills. I'll probably do that for my other guys too. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get rid of something. I still don't know what this does. I wonder if this is a bug or something. Is that up? And let's get that mark going. Okay, I think that should do the trick. Unless there's anything else. Okay. Well, this should be good for now. I'll probably upgrade the leper with more of his skills if he survives this first encounter. Well, this is probably the best part we're going to have for this. Okay, let me do a time check. Alright, we've been going for an hour and 16. I believe after this, I may call it for tonight, but I think I'm going to be playing the Darkest Dungeon a lot more on Twitch, so I'll probably do this again tomorrow at 9 as well. This is probably a great way to sort of keep playing the game while talking about it and giving you guys something to enjoy. So, let's do this one quickly. I'm going to give a lot more because this is a larger dungeon. One key. And I think that will do it. Let's go.
I knew all these paths once. Now they are as twisted as my own ambitions.
Okay, as you can see, this is a very, very big dungeon. That's why I have firewood to camp, which I'm going to be making use of. Okay, let's get going. Okay. Oop. Oh, he resisted it, that's great. Well, he's a leper, so he's not going to be too... He's already pretty bad there.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Okay. I want to get some scouting done so I have a greater chance at seeing what's happening. Oh, they've been surprised. And with this part, we should be able to kill them in this first round. Especially with enhanced skills like this. Oop. One. Okay.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Okay, I just want to check this out here. Okay, I won't be able to use his melee attack, unfortunately. I forgot to equip the healing spell I wanted there. Oh well, we should still be able to handle this. Okay, we want to check that. Keep that torch going.
Purchase, spirits are lifted.
Alright, we got a scout. Let's see what's coming.
Is made clear.
Alright, this is a generally safe area. Oh.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
Okay, where to go? Guess we're gonna go down and then come back around. Alright, maggots. Oh, we got surprised, so that shifted our ranks. But not too bad.
Executed with impunity.
Okay. Oh, he resisted. Okay, the only problem is the leper is only good in the second and first position. Okay, let's see. Maybe we can take them both out. No. Oh, good on him. And not good that time. They're really nibbling that highwayman.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
There we go.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Okay, let's get going. Okay. Like I said, I'm trying to keep this as high up so I get the monster surprise factor. Okay, we're gonna go over here. Okay. Ah, some
Finding the
goodies.
stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
I'm gonna eat. Okay, combat. Oh, they've been surprised. Really good. Okay, the Rabid Gnasher is definitely a target I want to take out first. He can push my guys back and has a chance at giving them rabies. So I want him dead. Okay, but again, I also want to deal with him with my enhanced mark attack. Okay, let's keep hitting him. Alright. This is the bad news. I only have a 47% chance. Oh, let's go for it. Nice.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, and now that he's going first, I should be able to finish him with this. Oh, come on. Bad. Okay, we're gonna blight. What to do? Let's take him out. It's better to deny the group a turn rather than do damage to another guy. So let's focus. Oh, it doesn't really matter. We gotta kill them both. That may be enough. No, not enough to kill. Again, I'm focusing down these guys. Just because it's a lot easier to fight one enemy left than it is to fight two that are weakened. So, hopefully this should end the combat. If my leper can get his attack off, it should. Okay, don't fail me, Bounty Hunter. There we go.
This expedition at
There we
least
go.
promises
New item.
success.
Okay, a pristine fountain. Oh, let's give it to him. Nice. Lost a lot of stress there. Now, as you can see with the leper, because of his low accuracy normally, this is why he has the focus skill, because it gives him a 15 plus to accuracy, and I can use this probably another 2 or 3 times to bump it up. Okay, we're going back here. Okay, Blight wore off, so that's great. Again, I am having a lot of luck during these streams when I'm playing normally. I usually getting just hit after hit. Okay. Oh, here we go. Oop, we got a surprise, but 2 slime shouldn't be too bad if we can take them out quick. Okay, that's 1.
Fiend.
Yeah, just keep hitting the leper, let him take all the damage. Nope, not good there. And I gotta move him up. Okay, and that should kill him. Yep.
A victory. Perhaps the turning point.
Right. We get some more torches. Good. Okay. Alright, and we don't know what's in this room because we haven't scouted.
The light. The promise of safety.
Okay. We're almost halfway done this dungeon. Okay, give me something good. Nope. Man, we are going through food. Fight? Nope. Okay. Okay, we have enough food for one more starvation event. Ooh, man, we are not getting lucky. Well, I guess our luck did run out there with food. This means when I do camp, I am going to take some damage. Oh, here we go. Alright, he's been marked. Oh, that's good. Focus on him. Now is really the time I need those critical hits. Okay. Mark him for next turn. He's dodging pretty well.
How quickly the tide turns.
Come on, stun him. There we go, that's good. And let's see, we can do some damage here. Nice. Alright, don't fail me now. There we go. Now we get basically one free turn to bash these two guys. Alright. Our turn. And that should do it. Nice.
As
Getting a lot of
victories
goodies
mount,
here.
so too will resistance.
Chest. Another torch is going to be really nice here. Okay, 5 more rooms to go. Okay, let's not risk a grave. And let's just go in. Okay. Well, we're getting there. Good thing I brought my shovel. Okay. Alright, we got this room. We should be in the clear as long as there's no combat in between the hallways. But now that I said that, we are going to be in trouble, of course. Okay. Fine, I don't care about that.
Traps lie in wait.
Let's move him back
Unsprung and
before I forget to do
thirsting
that
for
again.
blood.
Oh, up, and we are successful. And rather than risk things further, I think we should get the hell out of here. Didn't even need to use the firewood.
Every cleared path
Because this was a medium quest, I'll get
reduces the
more
isolation
reward
of our
as well as
total
more
state.
experience. There we go. Our leper survived pretty well, but he's now afraid of the Eldritch. That's not good to have here. Oh, but he now hates the holy. Good. And he will, in town, will only gamble. That's not too bad, I suppose. Okay. Now we can check in on our jester and see.
remember days when the
Okay,
sun
he is
shone
no longer...
and laughter could be heard from the tavern.
That's weird. I thought I told him to do soft. I wonder if that's a bug. I think they're still getting... Of course, this is early access, so they've probably got ironed a few kinks out. Okay, I want to get rid of that fear of the Elder. I don't want to deal with that. Okay.
The front line of this war is not in the dungeon, but rather inside the mind.
Come on, yeah, cultist. Okay, not bad. Hellian's another good front range fighter. Okay. Not bad, I suppose, although the range is not going to be really useful for a jester. Okay, he's a crusader who fears the undead. Not really a good one to have. Okay, he's not good with beasts. Okay, how's he doing? Okay. Okay, in order to improve that building, I need to have more paintings. But I can do this.
Gilded icons and dogmatic rituals. For
Alright,
some,
let's send him.
tonic against the bloodshed.
And as for our Plague Doctor, who's been doing really well, let's give him a little bit more enhancements. Well, actually, let's... Do I have enough to improve? Yeah, let's do that. And now I can give these guys some better weapons. It's better to upgrade weapons in front of attack skills because all your attack skills are based on what your damage base is going to do. So let's get this out of the way. It's costing us money, but it should make up for it in the long run. And he is doing really well. Okay, we'll take him out next. Man, I still really want to get an occultist because that will really get our bounty hunter some good synergy. I keep clicking the wrong one, sorry about that. Okay, who can we get rid of? I think we're going to have to drop one of our... Yeah, let's drop our Plague Doctor because we already have one doing a good enough job. And we'll replace with a Hellion. Now I can of course raise the barracks level up. That will let me unlock 2 more spots up to a max of 20. Okay, ooh, there's that. That looks interesting, a focus ring. That would be pretty damn bitching for a leper. Because they already have 0 dodge. They really can't get worse. But a leper with high accuracy is a very good character. Yeah, that would be really great to go for. Let's see. Yep, he's good. Our jester's resting. Alright, but you know what? I think we'll say that for tomorrow. So, I'm going to call it a night here. Make sure to come back tomorrow night at 9 EST, and I will be hopefully playing this again. And of course, make sure to check out GameWisdom.com for posts and podcasts relating to game design in the industry. I've recently updated our Patreon campaign to basically let everyone know what's going on, so please take a look at that. And if you like what I'm doing, please donate. Any amount would help. So, have a great evening, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care, everybody.